Hello, so this short video is going to show you how you use a ladder method, and I'm calling it the double number ladder method because you're going to be factoring with two numbers at the same time. So you still want to think about dividing by prime, so it's great to make your list of prime numbers, but instead of one number, we're going to have two numbers in our ladder. And you are done dividing when the two numbers in your ladder have no common factors. And what I'm reminding you is that you don't need to end with a 1, and you don't have to have prime numbers at the bottom of your ladder. They just can't have any common factors. And then remember, all the common factors that you have divided out will be on the left-hand side of your ladder. And the greatest common factor is the biggest factor that divides evenly into both numbers. And the way you find that with the ladder method is that you multiply all the factors on the left to get the greatest common factor. Remember, factors are numbers that you multiply together. So here's an example of we're trying to find the greatest common factor of two numbers, 24 and 40, using the ladder method. So what I've already done is I have my ladder set up, and I have my prime numbers written out. The first, 6 or 7 prime numbers usually is what I need to use. So I notice they're both even numbers. I'm going to divide by 2. And so when I divide 24 by 2, I get 12. And when I divide 40 by 2, I get 20. And I don't make the next rung on the ladder until I figure out if they have common factors. And they're both even numbers, 12 and 20. So I know I can continue my ladder. And this time I'm going to divide by 2 because they're still even. Oh my gosh, and they're still even numbers. So I'm continuing to divide by 2. When I divide 6 by 2, I get 3, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. Notice these are prime numbers, but let's say I had 4 and 5 at the bottom of my ladder. 4 is not a prime number, but 4 and 5 still have no common factors. So that's just an example of one time when you may not have prime numbers at the bottom of your ladder. So this is where sometimes I just write a little note to myself to say stop. I don't need to factor any further. I can't divide any number into 3 and 5 and have it go evenly. So these are my common factors. And when I multiply those together, I get 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Times 2 is 8. So the greatest common factor, the biggest whole number that divides into 24 and 40 is 8. Now the reason I want to find the GCF is because it helps me with this. You're going to find out that when you need to simplify fractions, it turns out finding the GCF is a really great way to simplify fractions. So that's one of the reasons why we're going through this process so that you understand how to find a greatest common factor. Okay, that's it. Good luck with the rest of your formative homework.